Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be a part of the IEOM Conference 2020. Today, I'm here to present my topic, that is Brexit, assessing the impact on the UK construction industry. And the authors are Daniel Smith from Northumbria University, London, United Kingdom, Professor Vian Ahmed from the Industrial Engineering Department from American University of Sharjah, and myself, Sara Saboor, doctoral candidate from Industrial Engineering Department from American University of Sharjah. So the rationale behind our study was that the United Kingdom construction industry acts alone as a substantial contributor to its economy, 13 billion to the UK economy, that is 6% of total economic output in the year 2017, being a key indicator of a nation's stability. It's one of the first industry to feel any ramification and orderly one of the last to recover, therefore makes it crucial to ensure the economic stability of the UK. However, the industry to maintain this level of input to the economy relies heavily on migrant labor, the European Union funding, many key infrastructure projects. Brexit vote has unwrapped complex uncertainties in some key areas, thus making it pertinent to discuss and evaluate the potential implications that Brexit may have on the United Kingdom construction industry. The aim of the study. The Brexit vote has unwrapped complex economic, political and legal consequences with conventional uncertainties in key areas, therefore making it pertinent to discuss and evaluate the potential on the United Kingdom construction industry. Therefore, the intent of our study was to explore the stakeholders' perspective and in the concern of the challenges and prospects that Brexit may bring, further aiding and to establish and provide recommendation on key mitigation measures. Some of the key findings from the literature review were to highlight the key areas that will be impacted, that will have a potential impact as a result of Brexit. Some of the areas are economical. However, even in the literature review, we come across some of the surrounding questions to the factors in the area of concern. Like for economical, the some of the factors that were found from literature were labor shortages, materials, funding, and investment, and industry growth. Some of the surrounding questions that came across in the literature review were: how can the industry prepare and overcome the labor shortages? Or will there be an increase of cost growth with the impact on the construction industry's growth? Will funding and investment decrease post-Brexit? The other area of impact is political. The construction industry relies heavily on labor and goods by enjoying benefits that come up with their free movements. So the concern of factors in the political world, the free movement of people, how does any change to the free movement of people affect the industry? The free movement of goods and services. Another area of impact will be the legal. That arise post-Brexit are likely to trigger extremely complex legal consequences and conventional uncertainties, with practitioners debating over its dramatic impact on United Kingdom in general and construction industry particularly. Some of the main factors are the European Union regulation. Are the current European Union regulations sufficient, or would any change impact the industry? The other is legislation. How would any legal alteration impact the industry, and what will be the benefits of amending the current legislation? The findings from the literature have enabled the study to raise broader questions surrounding the key areas of concern. Therefore, to address the purpose of the study, the data collection method was based on using qualitative and quantitative research method. However, here we will only be focusing on the qualitative part. The following methodological steps are followed to aid the purpose: survey, an initial survey targeting consultants, contractors, subcontractors, developer, and suppliers from the construction industry to examine the stakeholders of Brexit on different aspects of the construction industry. Then we did semi-structured interviews were carried out to incorporate the findings of an initial survey. It allows to develop an overall picture of the research topic by interpreting the data rather than simply generalizing the data. The findings. Some of the key findings that we came across from our survey while we asked the participants questions like if their confidence in the construction industry had altered since the Brexit result, the construction industry at present, is the construction industry relied on the European Union workers? Do you think the access to skilled labours will be reduced post-Brexit? Awareness of any change to supply and demand, or awareness of any change in or any rise in delays on construction projects already since the Brexit vote? However, one thought-provoking findings, as illustrated in the table, was the high number of respondents confirmed that Brexit have not altered their confidence in United Kingdom's construction cross as a conflict with the academic view of Brexit impact on the economy. In journal, as extremely damning, as noted in findings by critics who concluded that following the referendum vote, most voters regarded the economic impact on the referendum in a negative way. This could potentially suggest that in reality, the majority of the workforce and the population do not feel that there will be such harmful impact as suggested by the academic writers or media, or that any impact felt will be temporary. Survey were regarding the potential factors in the key area of concerns. Of the areas with the potentials to be affected are economic, political, and legal. The results show that overall the factors that will be affected are the factors of labor alongside materials and supply chain are the major factors of concern for the participants. Then we did the semi-structured interviews. It was done to triangulate the findings of the survey with this semi that highlighted certain themes and patterns between all the interviews that were conducted. Some of the themes that were deduced from the interviews are uncertainty, whereas the interviewees use the words uncertainty, concerns, hazard, and changes. Some of the other themes are business strategy, supply and demand, and labor shortages. Conclusion. It is evident from the descriptive and qualitative analysis that Brexit has not made a big impact as it appears that the result portrays an initial uncertainty among the industry, followed by an increase in confidence as the time passed. However, with the uncertainty returning as the UK exit draws closer, it should be highlighted here that the study was done prior to the Brexit. Nevertheless, the element of uncertainty and apprehension appears underlying throughout and could impact how the construction industry and overall market reacts in the future. The study from this research, however, literature regarding Brexit and the construction industry specifically. As Brexit is a fairly recent event, there is a shortage of academic literature that reference the potential impact the vote to leave the European Union could have on the United Kingdom construction industry. Therefore, in light of the findings of the data analysis, the researcher recommend a number of potential mitigation measures for professionals within the industry with a view to assist them in preparation for the implication of Brexit. Some of the recommendations that are drawn plan and strategy. It is recommended that all organizations within the construction industry frequently review their business model and strategies at the current time, ensuring that their business plans align with even the minor changes that could affect their organization as the negotiation and path to the UK withdrawal coming close. Labor. The construction industry and UK government are recommended to work more closely together to find alternative ways for younger generation to access careers within the industry. Opportunities, more engagement with young people while at school and colleges. Although this will take time and the shortages could increase in the short term. However, overall, this is the only way to improve and fill the current void the industry and lessen the reliance on migrant workers that may not have the same rights once the UK withdraws from the European Union. Supply and demand. The industry professionals are recommended to frequently review the supply streams of material and projects overall during the transit any cost-reducing exercises as necessary. The industry must monitor the demand throughout the negotiation until the closing of the withdrawal and constantly reassess the business needs. This is all from us. Thank you for listening. The study is an exploratory study which help us to fill the void in the literature as Brexit is a very recent topic. However, the future work comprises of the quantitative analysis and the study. So, for now, thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to be a part of the conference. Thank you.